I'm Marko. I'm Marko.
I'm gonna wreck
this. This is my good friend Scott Rubin.
I'm Scott.
And these are not our parents. These are the patron saints of middle school ministry.
Yes.
We're actually in a restaurant in Barrington, Illinois. We're right around where Scott lives and works. And here it is, Middle School Ministry Week on the YS blog. And coincidentally,
we're together.
Or God's providence,
I
happen to be in Chicago this evening.
It's the end of Middle School Ministry
So
Week.
we got together to have dinner and to shoot this little video for you. And we're really excited about the Middle School Ministry book that we worked on together. It's been a dream for a bunch of years. Our friend Kurt Johnston was part of it for a while too, helping to think about it at one point. And
I thought of the cover, didn't he, with a squirrel on it?
I think he just
his
may
idea.
have. And so it's been percolating for literally about 5 years. So
You just said percolating.
I did.
That was good.
And we're really excited about the book. We want to share with you very quickly couple things that we think are misconceptions about middle schoolers, and then a couple reasons why the two of us just really love middle schoolers. So why don't you start with a
Why don't I go
misconception?
first? Here's a misconception that I think is commonly understood wrongly. That's what a misconception is. That a middle school student, sometimes people think of a middle school kid as a little adult, or other times they'll think of a middle school kid as just a big kid, a grown-up elementary school kid, when actually neither one of those is really true. Middle school, by definition, is you're on your way. You're on a journey from young to old, from through this crazy time of middle school, and we need to be able to look at it in the way that you're traveling from one place to another, and it's ups and downs. It's roller coaster. It's a misconception that people often have, is that you're not little adult or big kid. You're in between. You're in the middle.
Another misconception that we have so often seen in churches that we've been a part of and talking with parents and even other youth workers is that middle school ministry is babysitting kids. And maybe they wouldn't actually use that word, but this concept of creating a little holding period for this impossible age when there's really not much good that can be done until they become real people, which I have actually heard before, when they get to high school.
Instead of pre-people.
Instead of pre-people, which we heard a senior pastor say once. When they become real people in high school and real ministry can take place. And that's just, it's not only that we don't believe in that because we love middle school kids, it really is a misconception. There's so much amazing and wonderful stuff that can happen in the context of a middle school ministry that can be part of setting a path of faith formation that lasts for the rest of their lives. And so I really struggle with the idea that it's babysitting because I've seen that it's not. The trick is, for some youth ministries, it is. Yeah, and so we really want to challenge you to not think of middle school ministry as babysitting, but as a great opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, we also want to share quickly
one positive.
Some things
we
that
love.
we dig about middle school.
And I'll jump off what you just said there, because one of the things that I love is it's not just babysitting, because a middle school kid is discovering so much about so many things, about God, about life, about their friends. But when I mentioned they're discovering so much about themselves, there's such opportunity there. And I love, one of the things I love about middle schoolers is when you point out something in them that you see to be true, that you see developing in them, and the look that they give you when it's almost like they want to say, I hope you're not joking with me, because I'd love for that to be true, but I'm not sure that I believe it. And just the look in their eyes when you call the best out of them, and then maybe it's months or even years later when that becomes true for them and they see the results of that, but just that look in their eye where they say, it's as if they're saying, I really want that to be true. Are you joking with me? Because I hope that I could be what you're seeing in me.
And I think kind of related to that, one of the things that I just love about middle schoolers and what keeps me in this ministry now after almost 30 years is because I'm more convinced than ever that it is like the make or break developmental time for faith formation in the human lifespan. Not that great stuff can't happen before that or after that. It's just such a unique period of time between 11 and 14 years old. And with the shift we've seen in culture, that so many of the issues that teenagers used to be confronted with and have to wrestle with when they were in high school 30, 40 years ago, even 20 years ago, are really now middle school issues. And if we wait until they're in high school, we've waited too long. Not that great stuff can't happen in high school ministry, but wouldn't it be better to build in high school ministry upon a really grounded, new adult-like faith that takes a root in the middle school years? So I just get stoked about that intersection of their mind starting to grow in new ways and being able to start to really own their own faith, not just have the inherited faith from their parents or their church, as well as the innocence that kids still have at that time. So I just think it's an amazing opportunity that always keeps me charged up week after week. So Scott and Marko here, just telling you that we, especially if you work with middle school kids, we love you. You're our peeps, and we just pray God's blessing on your ministry. We hope you find our book and enjoy it. We hope it encourages you and makes you laugh. And
encourage those middle schoolers to use deodorant. It's time.
That's a good parting thought. And from Mom and Dad, or the patron saints of middle school ministry, we say to you, God bless you.
Goodbye.
Look at that stash.